Hey, hi, hello. I realized as I am about to start editing this video, I did not film any kind of intro, so I will keep it short. My name is Linnea, and this is a space where we are trying to become semi-self-sufficient, where we garden, we do sourdough, we do fun recipes, all while living in the suburbs. So if that is something you're interested in, consider subscribing. If not, well, thank you for being here. I'm gonna keep it short, like I said. Calvin, my dog, is making a lot of noises in the background. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that these biscuits that I made are probably the best biscuits I've ever had in my life. They are so good, and if I could eat the entire tray of biscuits in one sitting, I would. That's how good they are. So keep watching if you want to figure out the recipe, or you can just click the link in the description if that's easier. Anyway, let's go make these biscuits together. I will definitely be making them again. They are so good. All right, I'm gonna do 3 cups of flour, regular, all-purpose. I'm gonna do 1 tablespoon of baking powder. I'm gonna do 1/2 of a teaspoon of baking soda. I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of just regular white sugar. And I'm gonna do 1.5 teaspoons of salt. We're gonna whisk it together. Now I'm gonna take 1 cup of very cold butter and cut it up into chunks, and then put the chunks into my flour mixture. I won't lie, I despise doing this part of making pie crust or biscuits or anything that involves cutting butter into flour. It's not my favorite. All right, now I'm gonna cut this butter into the flour. You can use like a food processor. It would honestly probably make this a lot easier, but I didn't wanna clean my food processor after this. It's easier to clean this thing. So I'm kind of taking the harder but lazier way out. Alright, I'm gonna keep doing this until the butter looks like it is cut up and pretty evenly distributed throughout the flour. I want it to be more of like a sand-like texture, not like giant things of flour. So I'll be back once I get this all cut up and ready to go, and then we'll add our liquid. All right, looks pretty good. So I'm gonna add in 1 cup of buttermilk. I'm also gonna add in a 1/4 cup of, I'm gonna use half and half. The recipe calls for heavy cream, but I don't have any, so I'm gonna do a 1/4 cup of half and half. About a cup of chopped up strawberries. This is probably a little bit more than a cup, which could be a disaster, but it is what it is. All right, and then I'm gonna mix this up. And it says that if the dough isn't shaggy enough, to add about a 1/4 cup more flour. So we're gonna see what this looks like when I get done mixing it up. I did have to add a lot of flour to this, and I don't know. It's probably fine. It's not sticky. It said add flour until it's not really sticky, so it's not as sticky. Okay, it said to smash this down into a like 1-inch disc, whatever. I do have my oven preheated to 425, so that's where we're at with that. This looks to be about 1 inch, so I'm gonna use this mason jar lid to cut them out. It's what I always do. If you actually have a biscuit cutter, use that. So I'm gonna cut them out like this, put them on a tray behind me, and do this until I get all of them cut. Okay, now I'm gonna take all of these and I'm gonna put them in the freezer for at least 15 minutes. It says they rise more when all of the ingredients are really cold. So I'm gonna stick these in my freezer and we'll be back in 15 to 20 to 30 minutes to bake them. All right, I'm gonna go put these in the oven for like 17 minutes. It says 20 minutes. I'm gonna do 17 minutes. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna brush these with some buttermilk first, and then we'll put them in the oven. I did these for 17 minutes, and they look good on the bottom. They smell good. I'm really excited to try them. I am going to wait for them to cool off just a bit. There is like an icing in this recipe made out of powdered sugar and I think milk, maybe, that you can drizzle over the top of these biscuits, but I don't want to do that. I think I'm just going to cut them in half and put honey on them. But I will leave the recipe in the description in case you want to put the icing on them. But I'm going to wait for them to cool off just a little bit and then we will give them a try. I'm just going to cut it up and then I'm going to put butter on it and we'll taste it. And then I will taste it with honey. So, that's what it looks like. It's nice and fluffy. Nice and crumbly. It looks pretty good. I'm a big butter on my biscuit kind of person. Jonathan is, I don't know if he really is or not, but you know what? He's gone. He's off on a business trip. So we are here doing our thing. So you're gonna get to watch me try this. That actually really good. Kind of surprised myself. It's really good. It's not overly sweet. It's not honestly, I can't even taste the strawberry. Yeah, I can. It's very subtle, like extremely subtle. It's good. This is a really good biscuit recipe, actually. Let's try it with the honey. These are actually really good. Like, really, really good. This is gonna be my lunch. Okay. Yep. 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 The honey with the butter and the strawberry. That's where it's at. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I'm glad that this recipe made more than 12 biscuits because I'm gonna eat them. And best part is I don't have to share with Jonathan. I got lucky. Anyway, I'm gonna go eat the rest of this biscuit and probably another one. And I will see you guys in the next video. I'm not really sure what it's gonna be. Probably maybe a recipe that I like to make when Jonathan isn't here because he's quite a picky eater. Maybe it'll be that. I don't know. Maybe it'll be sourdough. Maybe it'll be in the garden. Who knows? So, stick around, stay tuned. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!